What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Brew Talks, and this is like my first in-person podcast episode. And when I started it out virtually, Priyanka was the first guest, and then when I'm starting it out in person, Priyanka is again the first guest, but she's on the show second time technically. So what's
Hey.
up, Priyanka? How's
Hi,
life?
good, going good.
Yeah,
Oh, just going good.
good full on busy scenes after your song came out and
Sort of,
stuff. Yeah.
yes, yes.
So, how do you feel to be back on this prestigious show once again?
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah,
And yes, now that you say it, how long ago was it when I
that was
first came up on
what
here?
1.5, 2 years back or something.
Oh,
And after I did 5 episodes, guys, five
damn.
episodes, but no, six though. One came out recently. Please check it out.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, I thought I'll do it in person or something. It'll be better than the pandemic is done.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
why the
something new.
Zoom?
Try
Yeah.
out something new for sure.
So how's the response been for Red Flag till now?
Been, I didn't have any joke to that. Been good
Yeah.
so far.
Formal response.
But we're just gonna keep going. I'm just going to keep going with my game plan, and that's about it.
So, with the whole song coming out and you basically writing it out of your personal experiences and stuff, and we had some talks also regarding the same.
Yeah.
So, it's like you see red flags in a person, right? So, this song, is it like multiple red flags in a single person, or is it like multiple people with red flags? How's that?
It's my red flag in a single person that inspired this song. Post which I've met another red flag.
Part 2 coming out.
Part two, right? That'll be another song.
Yeah.
But red flags in one person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and also it's like you were planning like, it's kind of a series because you have the next song also that will be coming out soon, which is like in a way linked and blah 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 stuff. So, how many songs do you think you're gonna make in let's say this tone or
The dark tone.
yeah,
Actually, I'm done for now.
for now. So that second person is not gonna get another song again.
No. I think whatever I have in my mind for that is a completely different thing. So I actually don't like it when people. So it's a given. I have experiences. My songs are based on my
Your personal
personal
experiences, blah blah blah.
experiences, something
Yeah.
I learn out of them, pain, whatever, growth. Um, so this person, the other part two, the
Part two,
episode two
coming soon.
person knew that I do this, not out of wanting to do it, but it's so happens it's a therapeutic way.
Yeah.
It's my way of, well, I do this for a
It's like you expressing yourself
my
in
way
the
of
form of a
expressing.
song, or yeah,
Need to put it in better words.
yeah.
Of expressing myself, and honestly it's more therapeutic than not. And this person said, I would love for you to write a song about us.
Oh.
And I was starting to feel, it was a very short stint, and I was definitely not in the headspace of writing something good about
Yeah.
it. So hence, but it won't be as dark as
Red
Red
Flag
Flag
is.
for sure. That song is more angry than,
Yeah.
than not.
So it's like most of it is okay. Most of the songs would that you've written are out of like, let's say, bad experiences or stuff like that. Most of them. So do you feel like writing about the other side of a relationship or other side of love or romance too? Like, if let's say if something good happens, do you feel like savoring the moment for yourself? Like, yeah, something good, or do you feel like putting that also in the form of a song or a lyric or something like that?
Yeah, that has happened. I think in the past I've released a song called Stay With You.
Stay with
And
me or
Stay With You. There are two.
Ah.
And that Stay With You was out of a very fine experience. It's not a happy sounding thing, or it's not um, technically happy, but it's more on the positive side. Um, and I have written another one, which hopefully you'll hear next, which sounds happy, but the outcome of it was sad. But it sounds
The process was happy, but then the end result was not so.
No, the other way around. The process was sad, but at the end, once everything's calmed down, once all the red flag emotions, all of that has calmed down, then came this song. It sounds happy, but have I written about happy emotions? I don't think I primarily have, right?
Do you want to? I mean, that depends on any situation that you come across or something. But do you plan on writing something like that?
The day I'm happy. Just kidding. Kidding. But yes, I would love to. I have thought about it when things are going happy, not just relationship wise or something, but even otherwise. I would love to write about feeling good.
Yeah. Happy moments basically
moments.
and stuff, yeah.
Maybe.
So, and sometimes you feel like, so this is not related to music, but in general, like let's say you feel like taking a break from all this, like let's say your gigs, your songs, blah, blah, blah. So what do you feel like doing? What's your break or a long break like let's say you disappear somewhere, where would you disappear to?
Nice. Disappear. First of all, I would disappear off of social media. I've done it in the recent past. I just got off it for a week. It was very liberating. I didn't have to look at anyone's feed, didn't have to know what everyone else is doing. And in turn, because you keep seeing that and it causes a little bit of anxiety. I don't want to use that term.
It's like, what am I doing, blah, 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 or something.
Yeah,
you get influenced either in a good way or bad
about
way.
it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Of
you
course.
do start thinking about it. And as much as it should maybe motivate you to continue going, sometimes it just, oh, am I doing enough? That's the spiral you go down. So where would I go? I would love to run away to some other country. But you know what? I know myself. I will just sit at home and watch Netflix the whole day.
Yeah. And that's the thing about vacations, dude. I mean, it's like you plan so much and then, like, let alone a vacation, even a weekend or something, I feel like, let's plan this, let's do that, let's do this. And in the end, I'll be like, I'll wake up at 12, which I always do. Which I always do. And then, I'll be like, okay, fine, let's just sit at
There was a
home
time
and
when
blah,
I
blah,
started,
blah.
I was waking up at 11.
Yeah.
Me, being a 6 o'clock girl for years, started waking up at 11. I was like, half the day is over. But
Yeah, that's what I felt, dude. Like, I was like, wait, half day is over.
Yeah.
I need to fix my sleep schedule,
Thanks
blah,
for
blah,
coming
blah.
here early.
Yeah. So, I mean, today I woke up at 9:30, guys. And no, 9 I woke up. And then, like, yeah, so, I mean, I'm going to go back and sleep again. I don't know, but still. But, yeah, so it's like half the day is wasted anyway.
Yeah.
And if it's a weekend, I'll be like, yeah, half the day is wasted anyway.
Also, when you're planning to take a break, I feel like body, everything physically also, you're just so tired that the thought of traveling also, because I thought of just catching a break and going to visit my friends in Bangalore or something. Even the thought of just catching the flight was too tiresome.
Yeah.
And I love going there and seeing my friends, but it's like, you know what, no, just stay at home and do
And
nothing.
maybe that I can relate to, because Bangalore, it's like, it's not just one friend. Anywhere, like the place that you studied or something, like, if you want to take a break or something, if one friend knows, everyone's going to know, and everyone's going to be like, meet. And
Then
how
you
many
also wanna
people,
meet.
yeah,
Then
I'll
it
be
gets
like,
tiring. Then you're back tired. Oh,
and then
I know.
you're back tired and the break is also done. I'm like, oh, kal फिर से
know.
gig को जाना है, कल फिर से shoot को जाना है, and all.
I've always done this because I try to find one day space and then the next day will be a gig. So I have a 1 day travel time. So
Yeah.
I'll take a flight in the morning, come back, come back the next morning, then evening gig. So there's no time. And I'm like, you know what? I can't. I'll just stay at home with my dog. We will go somewhere, but no flights.
But yeah, that's the thing, like, and also I've heard some people say that, their break wouldn't be, I mean, if they're taking a break or something, it wouldn't be much different because they're used to this,
Yeah.
So they'll not be sure of what to do in their break, like, if you're taken off from your work or your music or something, because that's what you relate yourself to and that's what you surround yourself with most of the time.
You mean slowing down?
Yeah.
No, I think that way I can do I am
can.
peaceful by myself. I can sit in a room, I can sit in a pub, in a cafe, I can go traveling all solo.
Yeah.
I'm happy being by myself.
So, because that's what people, they'll be like, yeah, we don't know what to do other than this and stuff. But I'm like, yeah, you have a lot of things
I think more
to
than that,
do.
your mind, at least for me, mind needs to first slow down. If I have to do nothing and be okay with just spending 2 hours maybe reading a book and not worrying about, I could have done this and that. First, I think the mind you have to be prepared to like slow down. This is a deliberate slow down process. I think we drifted a little bit. But
Yeah,
then
it's fine. There's no agenda to this anymore.
but then it's doable.
Yeah. But speaking of that, do you believe in like having a routine sorted and a daily, let's say a daily schedule, or be like you have your time slots done, not work wise, in general also, like do you believe in having a routine for yourself?
With certain things in a day. I think because a routine hasn't worked for me. Yes, maybe I could try to fix my sleep schedule now,
Yeah, everyone
now,
does.
but something or the other, it's it's been such that um, things are being planned by the day
Yeah.
for the next day. So I can't really tell ki tomorrow 10 o'clock, even if I make a plan with a friend to meet her next week, I'm still afraid whether I'm going to cancel on her because something or the other will
Might
come
turn
up.
up. Yeah, I
So,
think I remember asking you for the Ed Sheeran thing also in
yeah,
Bombay, and that was in March, and I asked you in like what October or November or something,
yeah,
and yeah,
yeah.
same dude. I was like, that's like 5 months. I was like, oh yeah, it's 5 months away because you never know what's gonna turn up.
Never know. And schedule, as much as I would like to, but now I've just figured that there are certain things that I want to do in a day, and I'll make time for that, and the rest can, whatever we've planned can happen or not planned can happen. So there's the workouts which are on a little sabbatical right now. Then there's the daily riyas which needs to happen now. So
Yeah.
finally, I'm getting to it. It's been a while. These things need to happen for sure. I need to make some time to just rest because it's taken a hit on me physically and I don't want to get back to that. So just deliberate slowdowns and then the rest can keep happening. That's it.
So, speaking of the whole, it's taken a toll on you physically and stuff, right? So, as an artist, how important is it to, keep yourself physically and mentally like stable? Because you'll have a lot of things going on and you'll be meeting a lot of people. So, firstly, you need to be traveling to meet those people, and then like sometimes you've been to Bombay and other places for gigs and stuff. So that gets physically tiring also. And at the same time, you got to maintain like the professional work front thingy and your personal life also at the same time, which is common for everyone. But as artists, the professional thing is a bit more, right? So, how important is it for you to balance both your physical and mental health? And how are you doing that recently?
It took a hit because I thought was of the mindset ki, I can keep pushing, I can keep going. I'm not feeling it. I'm tired.
The whole
Yeah, I'll
hustle,
sleep.
hustle, hustle.
Hustle. More than that, it's no. You know what? That word doesn't even occur in my head. I am far away from hustle culture. More than that, I'm just trying to fit in a lot of things that I want to do because I want to get certain things done on time. Okay, maybe this is equal to hustle culture. Anyway, I don't think about the word.
Hustle is subjective to different people. So,
Personally, I want to
yeah.
achieve some things because I feel like I don't want to delay certain things. I've delayed things in the past, so that's where I take my learnings from. But then in the process, I sometimes lose sight ki I am putting a lot of toll. Even when I can't see it or feel it, it takes a toll months later.
Yeah.
And I sometimes see it coming, but I'm like, I can still keep pushing. So I will keep pushing until I can't. Like for the last time, this was about last month, end of last month, because March was crazy.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
remember why, but it was crazy. So then
No,
I
like
looked.
2-3 weeks were hectic. I knew that. Like we did Singapore, and then like
Oh
the
shit!
immediate
Yeah,
day, you
yeah.
were like, yeah, I have a gig
Oh my god! Yes, we
tomorrow.
came back from Singapore, so we did a
Yeah.
concert, and before that, there's no sleep because gigs. I literally did a
Gigs,
gig
yeah.
that day, caught my flight. Next day concert, we didn't sleep because
No, we
hours
were
are
like
different.
drenched and firstly, and
Then
then
every
like
day we're
everything.
out. You want to
Yeah.
see a lot of things. And then I came back. Next day I had a gig.
Gig, and the next day you were shooting for Red
Slept
Flag.
for 2 hours, and then
Yeah.
we shot for Red Flag, which
Yeah.
was 3:30 in the morning. Woke up, and the thing is like 1.5 hours away, and everyone's scared for the shoot. I called my director the previous night and I'm like, hey, feeling good? Are we good? He's like, I'm a little anxious. I'm like, listen, dude, you can't say that because even I'm
I'll
a
get
little
more
anxious.
anxious. What is this?
So,
You're supposed to calm me down as a director.
but he, because we figured it's a small team, it's a very small team, and secondly, it's an outdoor setup where we might not have things under our control.
Yeah.
And it happened. The first roadblock was right before we entered the place. They started building something which couldn't let our tempo go in.
Oh.
So we spent about half an hour to an hour there. So again, time is running. Then the boys from the equipment team, they literally with their own hands scooped up mud into cement bags to create
Oh,
a softer landing for the tempo to go. And
damn.
we ran out of water in the middle of the day. So in about 6 hours, naturally we ran out of water. We had to send the tempo driver to get food from the nearest place, get
I
water.
know how you'll be when you don't get food on time. Seen that?
Me.
Yeah.
I got food on time. And it was sunny. And then we got back. And then again, next day morning, go gig, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So Isilye coming back, yeah, March was like
March
super
was-
hectic as
Yeah.
so super hectic and stuff.
And then I felt ill. I mean, not like cold cough, but just bodily.
Yeah,
Ill.
it was draining. So of
It's
course.
draining. And now I consciously just try to, even during a day, just try to step back for half an hour, 1 hour, and then go back to it. It's not worth it.
Making too much of everything, blah
It'll
blah
happen.
blah.
Sometimes you just have to go with it, but also then make time to just recharge. And
Yeah,
sit
get
back.
your thoda me time and stuff. And
Yeah, sleep
stuff.
for an hour during the day.
Yeah.
I used to think that sleeping during the day is looked down upon, because then you're just, maybe I'm like, oh shit, people will think I have a lot of time in my hands.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you know what?
It's either that you have a lot of time, or you're old, or you're lazy, blah blah blah.
Yeah, or you're lazy.
Something negative when you
No, but
sleep in the
this
afternoon.
was in my head. This was
yeah.
my
No, that's
constructed-
how people look at it also. So
I thought so, right? Then I'm like, you know what? No, because I work nights and I'm also up during the day. I have
Yeah.
to make some space for myself to pull myself
Rest,
up for 3
thoda,
hours in the
yeah.
evening. So it's fine. Stop thinking about this. And again, nobody's saying it to me. It's just in my head.
Yeah.
So it's a thing.
too much thinking all
Too
over.
much overthinker. My diary, my song diary also has a sticker which says overthinking.
Overthinking everywhere. Yeah, it's like, because many a times you'll get so ki ye karna hai. Even before
Yeah,
everything,
sucked
like
into
she's
that
like, yeah, this will be done. I was like, ho jaye.
Even
So
today,
it's- yeah, because it's like I'm the complete opposite. Like, I'll be like, हाँ हो जाएगा क्या है? Like, we'll figure it out, kuch bhi, even in the last minute. But on the other, it's like you need everything to be like sorted,
I don't
planned
want last
completely.
minute roadblocks.
Yeah, for me everything, because I think I'm used to dealing with everything in the last minute. Like whatever. Like, let's say if I'm traveling, everyone's like, we got to catch the flight soon. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Aram se, let's go.
Like me.
And then,
Oh
yeah.
shit. So, dude, remember the time when we had the water ride, and I was like, shit, we just took the locker for 1 hour.
Oh yeah,
after this-
oh yeah. So, we were at Universal Studios, and then like that
Oh,
was the
shit.
Jurassic Park wala thingy,
yeah.
and then there was a queue, and then we put our bags inside the locker. That was for 1 hour. We had to.
1 hour.
After that, I think we paid for 1 hour, and then
'Cause
after
after that, the fine was
that $80 or something,
dollars.
80 Singapore dollars or something. I was
a
like,
lot.
okay, fine. Yeah, Singapore dollars are expensive, but yeah. So I was like, ठीक है, जाएंगे, come on, let's go. Half an hour was fine. Then you were like, okay, are we gonna get on time? Like,
So
the
until
blah
we
blah
got
blah.
to the ride, I was more worried about.
Yeah, about are we
making
gonna
it
get
in
it?
time.
Yeah, and we didn't have the phones, or we didn't have a watch or something. So we were like asking people, what's the time? What's the time?
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
then I
yeah,
keep
ho
looking at you. I'm
jayega.
like, wow, this guy is very patiently handling me, because one of us has to be calm about things,
Yeah.
and you were calm. I'm like, you know what? It's okay, Priyanka. Stop it. It's okay. The money will go. The money will go. That's what
No, at a point I was like, $80 ho to de dunga main, no problem, it's fine, let
I
it be.
Same. I started thinking that.
But then, but we still made it on time.
We made it on time.
Yeah.
It was 1
So
hour.
it's like that. Usually, with me, it's like, kar lenge, what
Yeah,
happened?
yeah.
And for me, it's like, worst case, you gotta pay money. Baap ka paisa hai, to de denge. But still, I was like, okay, let's pay or something. But so for you, it's like, everything should be, planned properly to
Yeah.
avoid like last minute hurdles or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, I want things to run on time.
So did that come to you like as a person, or when you turn into an artist, or be like you were like that from before only?
Yes, before. I mean, when I have to do things, but now I think since I've become more conscious about it, and as an artist trying to juggle multiple things, yes, I've become, because I've seen the delays that have happened, and it's delays that have costed me time.
Yeah.
So I don't want that to happen to myself again. I'm very particular about, I want this to happen by this time, and then I hope that everyone around me at that time, we're in tandem with the plan. So
Yeah.
that, because so that it doesn't, it's not, I know it's selfish. It sounds selfish to say, but it's so that it doesn't cost me time.
Time, and sometimes, dude, it's like, let's say you're shooting for something and stuff, like maybe this, like let's say you rent a place, and then like or you're at a shoot location, and let's say you're doing, like, you have a producer who's investing money for you and stuff, right? And for them also, it's like, every minute
Right,
is precious, every
exactly.
minute is money. So
Exactly.
even if there's a 1 hour
Time is
delay, yeah,
money.
time is money, guys. Time is money. Be punctual. Don't be like me. Yeah, so for them it's like, the money is going,
Yeah.
so and you being the head, the director, or the main content creator over there, it's on you to make sure that things are on time and stuff, right? So yeah, like, when money is being involved, I think everything should go as per plan, and
Or even when it
just
is, when it is not.
yeah.
Like just, yeah, when it is not, it's much easier. But when it is not, also, even then, just in terms of timelines. I mean, it's okay to have a. I think I'm very strict about this with myself, and with the people I consciously surround myself with, because I am that kind of person who doesn't want to waste time. Now I don't know what that by waste time I mean
Your time and others' time also at the
my
same
time,
time.
others'
Yeah.
time. Like, do I have the energy to go out even for a social gathering, say, right? And, I don't. I'd rather.
And also, it's like, maybe because sometimes in a day you have multiple things to do also, right?
Yeah.
So everything would be interlinked. Let's say you go to brunch at 12 with someone, and then like at 3 you have a
With my
gig.
bandmates, not with someone.
Someone, matlab, yeah, like not a romantic.
Kidding,
No,
kidding.
no, 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 no. Red flag already. So,
No.
so yeah, like let's say you go to a brunch with the bandmates or family or someone, guys. Yeah, and then like let's say at 3 you have a gig, and if they delayed by 1 hour, you lose that 1 hour already, and you have the whole day planned, right? So I think, yeah, I mean, sometimes just
Yeah, I
stay
like
on
to know
time.
what I'm doing. Yeah, I just like to know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And the days I don't, then I'm consciously just like, okay, I'm not going to do anything today. Like Thursday is my off day.
Off
Usually
day,
Mondays
yeah.
are my off days, but today is Monday.
Today's, yeah, Monday.
Monday.
Today's your off day. Yeah, of course.
We'll go
Makes
treat
sense.
ourselves to lunch after this.
This is the fourth time you've been saying this. First time on camera, of course.
Yeah.
See, food is easy.
Food, it's a
Yeah,
reward
it's just,
in my
yeah,
head.
for all the work.
For all the work and the last minute tension with the mic setting.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Everything got set up. The light, that big light got set up on time that we didn't use. The mic,
But the mic
the
was
tiny thing.
first time, guys. First time in person podcast. No, that's why all this
But we figured it.
setting a thingy. Yeah, so it's fine, no problem. Okay, so yeah, so before we conclude, because even I'm hungry, so I need to have some lunch.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we conclude, let's have a small, quick, rapid fire kind of thingy, right? When it comes to like maybe your personal or professional stuff, right? So first, do you remember your first ever gig that you performed?
I'm so confused by answering that question. Sorry, that's not rapid.
But still, like
Yes, public gig, yes. 2017, Cafe Felix, Bangalore.
wow, full on. And
In some other interview, I've said when I was a little child, but I don't remember. Like, I have a photo of that, so I know it happened, and I remember singing it with my brother. But yes, Cafe Felix, Bangalore.
but proper gig, matlab,
proper Cafe
udhar hi.
Felix.
हाँ. And then so
Yeah.
that only fix lock kiya jaye pura, correct?
Was it that or was it Kitty Ko Bangalore? I don't know.
Somewhere in Bangalore,
One of those
guys.
two.
Somewhere in Bangalore. And yeah, so everyone knows you're a huge like Taylor Swift fan and blah blah blah, of course.
Admire her.
So when was the first time you've discovered Taylor Swift, and how
Oh,
did
right
you?
when she
and-
came, right when she released her first album, Taylor Swift.
Hmm.
Yes, and then I think I started listening to her post Love Story.
Hmm.
And only years later, which is like recently, I discovered the rest of the songs from her first album, which is a self-titled album, Taylor Swift. And I always performed Tim McGraw as my soundcheck song, which is from her first
Oh
album.
yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, since you had a song about red flag and stuff, let's say we already saw a video where you and your friend were like talking about red flag, green flag, and stuff, which came out and blah blah blah. I had the voiceover, guys, by the way. So I
Yeah,
had
right.
those.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So a small extension to that,
Huh.
right? Let's say you are on a date with someone, right? Let's say you're on a date, and then from your experiences, right? Is there something that you feel that it's like a red flag, or
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you want to?
I don't have those many fingers, just kidding.
Wow.
Kidding. No, yes. One particular experience that I didn't like was the dude turned up drunk to the date. It was a second date, and he said he met his friends before that, but he still turned up with alcohol
Pretty
smell
drunk,
on his
yeah.
breath. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
don't tell me ki like you have a big alcohol capacity. La 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 la. La.
No.
That I don't like. Is that yeah?
But okay, like, what do you think is the biggest red flag that people, irrespective of the gender, so that people should, make sure that they don't have that as the red flag?
How do you make sure that somebody doesn't
I
have
mean, what do you think is like the biggest red flag that you see generally in people, irrespective of the gender? And it's not limited to, relationships or dates in general, anything in life.
It's not a red flag. Okay. I've been giving away the story, but I mean, I think if you're emotionally unavailable, just say it in the first go. Don't even put yourself out there. Of course, now I'm re-narrating this, but back when it happened, something, um, and I was really headstrong about this particular thing ki, and angry about it ki, don't even put yourself out there when you're emotionally unavailable because you never know who you're bringing into your
Yeah.
circle. Maybe that person is available at that time, right? And they are going to start, even if it's
Yeah, it's
the
going to
first
affect the other
few
person.
dates or whatever, you this person who thinks that the other one is also like free minded is going to start investing because you spend time with each other. You feel like you have similarities. You like certain things, find each other attractive, whatever. You're going to start without unknowingly investing.
Yeah.
Do not even put yourself out there if you're emotionally unavailable, or just tell the person that, hey, this is just a date, I'm not available for anything else.
Else.
um,
I mean,
Works,
communicate. People don't
whatever
communicate,
works.
dude, these days. It's like, they just don't. Batao to sahi ki, like,
Yeah,
blah,
this
blah,
was
blah, blah, blah,
I
blah.
mean this was one person that I
No,
this is
I came
one
across
thing.
multiple people who don't communicate. And yeah, that and dude, for me, I feel like, for people whom it's going to work out, it's going to work out. But the biggest red flag, or something that I would say, please consider is if you're not in the same city or same vicinity, don't.
What? That's not a red
Don't.
flag.
Don't.
That's not a red flag. What are
That's
you
not
saying?
that's not a red
What are you
flag.
saying?
That's not a red flag. Okay, fine.
I mean, it's just a personal preference.
Personal preference, of course.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, of course, my advices are based out of my personal
Same,
experiences.
right?
So I'm like,
But after that, I think
yeah,
I've made sure that I've taken time to know whether what state. I, who am I kidding? No. Yeah, but that one thing really ticked me off at that point. The dude was emotionally unavailable, but you still put yourself out there as though you are there. And
you'll put in some efforts and stuff.
you naturally
Yeah.
start falling for the person if you connect, I guess, or whatever. Connection versus wanting a relationship. Oh God, I've
Wow.
been reading up a lot about this. Connection versus wanting a relationship. Both are
Different parallel lines.
different rooms.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. So, as let's say the final question, what do you consider as the biggest red flag in yourself?
Don't ask me that.
Are there so many?
Don't ask me that. No, but I mean, I'm sure that I do have certain traits that.
Okay, not a red flag, but I'll modify the question key. Is there something in yourself that you want to, correct? Anything that you want to, like, make sure, okay, let me step up on this a bit. Let me push the accelerator on this a bit.
You know, in terms with regards to.
Life, relationships, or whatever.
Okay. Traits like that. I think something my mother keeps saying a lot, but now, of course, it's a whatever. I I, it's not a. I
I'll
don't
make
know
up the
what to
sentences
say.
from this.
Okay, so you're asking me something that I would like to cut back in life,
Improvise yourself
improvise
on.
upon.
I'm making this more complicated.
I get very emotionally invested very quickly.
Cheers to that.
That is.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
But I think I still, even though my rational head exists and it says, Priyanka, you know what, you need to take this slow, but I just, without, while telling myself that don't do it, I start getting emotionally
I
invested
think
very
that wouldn't be in your control most of the times. It just happens.
Yeah, or maybe I
Like,
just
because it's like, dude.
found it.
Ah.
I think I put the other person on a pedestal a little too soon. In my head. That person could be good. I never end up finding out, but
You don't find that good side.
we
so-
never end up finding it out because of whatsoever reasons, and hence the songs. But I think I put him up on a pedestal, and I think this has happened multiple times. My God, this is turning into a self.
This was like,
discovery.
yeah, this is like the conversations we have off camera, dude. So,
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
yeah.
Just get emotionally invested
Very quickly.
I hope I'm
Right.
not the only one in this.
No, I like, it's something that's not under your control. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it just happens.
But then I think, but then I think
Subconsciously it happens.
So I
You
did
keep
some
telling
thinking.
yourself.
So I did some
yeah.
thinking for that when it happened the last time, and maybe if I don't hide away from the reality of what I want, I would know whether or not I need to be emotionally investing. Like I maybe did a lot of deep diving, and I figured that I'm running away from or I'm not facing a fact that's in my head, but I just haven't come to terms with it, or I had probably pushed it back. Now I finally understood what it meant to actually push back, because I usually can't push back things. I
Yeah.
will blurt it out, I will say it. And
Brutally honest.
brutally honest, share things, work on it.
Yeah.
But this one thing, now I'm even realizing it as I'm saying it. I think I really pushed it back, that I didn't face it for so long, and then when it happened, I just, the whole, it came off, it came up, and it poured over, and yeah.
It's like whatever was there just comes at once. And then
I mean, whatever you pushed back just
Yeah,
has come out in another
yeah.
form, and now, like as I'm saying it, I'm realizing it more. So yeah, just knowing what you want, and then you'll know whether or not to, how you
yeah,
react
how you want to put it out, or how
how
you
you'll
want to
react
react to
to
that.
a person, situation, whatever. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, full philosophy. The
discovery happened.
full philosophy
now.
happened, guys. Like, I'm over this. I think we need to end the episode on this, like, full philosophical knowledge that we've got, that I've got right now. Well, I'm gonna play back and be like, okay.
Yeah, make sense of it.
Full on. And I'll make sure that I'll use this knowledge also, baad mein, later, something.
I hope I do.
Yeah.
It's a circle.
Okay, so it was great having you on this podcast, my first in-person podcast, and I hope I'll be consistent this time around. But and also, like, good luck for your songs that are gonna
Thank
come
you.
up, and also shout out to District 150 for this amazing space. Like, they've been really good and kind, like, with whatever we wanted and stuff. And the place is really great. So yes, District 150. Cheers. Ha ha ha. And yeah, so it was great. Thank you. And I'll see you again in another episode, guys. I'll be back with another guest real soon, as I get one. So, and bye bye. And oh, by the way, please subscribe to this channel if you like the content. Yeah. Bye.